Hello there guys, and welcome to the third Ghostbusters The Ritual video. Today we are going to be talking about Ghostbusters Answer the Call, or Ghostbusters 2016, today on the DVD reviews. Welcome back guys. Now this past, not Sunday just gone, but the Sunday before that, I watched Ghostbusters Answer the Call for the fourth time. And so when I first saw it in the cinema back with my eldest niece and my brother-in-law, I didn't really know what to think of it back then. And now I think, honest feelings and honest thoughts here. Back when I saw it for the second and third time, it was a movie that I didn't really think it was the best movie ever, as I prefer the previous two more, because it's the movies that I fell in love with and grew up watching. But the more I seen it, it became sort of a, it's like a bad movie, but the more you see it, it sort of becomes a good film as well. And it also became a guilty pleasure. Because I see nothing wrong with the actresses. I thought they were really good in it. Leslie Jones, Kate McKinnon, Melissa McCarthy, and Kristen Wiig. I thought they were really good in the movie. But my favourite parts of the film was, in fact, that I really enjoyed the cameos. Of course, Harold Ramis died. I think it was in 2014. I'm really not sure about that. But his cameo in the film was like there was a statue of him more at the beginning of the movie. And also you see Dan Aykroyd is a taxi cab driver. And Bill Murray stars as like a scientist or a doctor in it. And he gets thrown out of the window in this film, which was kind of funny. And Ernie Hudson, the original Winston Zeddemore, plays Patty's uncle in the film. And during the end credits scene, Sigourney Weaver comes into it as Gillian Hortsman's mentor. And I just really enjoyed the film, mainly for its cameo appearances. The story, it's kind of like the original film from the beginning, how you have, what's her name, Kristen Wiig's character, what's her character name, Erin Gilbert. She gets fired by her work in the department she works at Columbia University, and also her friends Abby Yates and Gillian Hortsman also gets fired as well from their department. And of course they got to go into business for themselves, and they form the Ghostbusters business. I like also that they featured the Hook and Ladder 8 firehouse in the original previous two films, except they didn't really get the firehouse at the beginning of the film because it cost too much, so they got to use a run-down Chinese takeaway place instead. Whereas at the end of the film, they have enough money to then, get the firehouse, which I thought it was good that it was actually in this film. But the story was basically about this guy. It was actually didn't like people, being mean to him, or and didn't like the world was being towards him. So he was, getting spiritual energy through these portals, and his name is Rowan. He ends up killing himself, and he becomes a spirit. And coming to the end of the movie, he becomes the sort of no ghost, slow go ghost, which actually overgrows and gets to the same sort of size as the Marshmallow Man from the original film. I prefer the practical effects from the original two films. They do have actual ectoplasmic residue in this film, but I think it was too much CGI effects, and I thought it just made it more fake looking. Also, I would have liked it if this is how I would have liked the third film to have gone. You have the original, cast, or the surviving original cast. Winston Zeddemore, Ray Stantz, Peter Venkman all come back into it, and they pass the torch on to the 4 girls that played the new Ghostbusters. So it starts off with the original team, and they pass it on to the new team. That's how I would have liked to have seen this film go. I think that would have been much more better for the film. But Paul Feig wanted to entirely reboot the film and make it as though it was done in a universe where the original Ghostbusters never existed. And my thoughts on that was a bit unfortunate, when I first saw the film. But without thinking that, it kind of grew on me. And that's why I still come to it as being a guilty pleasure. Don't get me wrong, the original films, Ghostbusters 2 being my absolute favourite film of all time, I still think that the first movie from 1984 is the best. But this one is just a standalone film. Don't compare it to the other Ghostbusters films there are. Just think of it as a standalone movie, and as a standalone movie, it's pretty good. And I've come to terms with it, and I actually, for the 4th time watching it, I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I did for the 3rd time. And I reckon, if you've seen it, please let me know what you think of the 3rd movie in the comments of this video. There are 2 versions on this particular release. There is the theatrical version, which is about 1 hour and 30 minutes, I think, and the extended version, which is about nearly 2 hours long. I actually watched the extended edition, and there's not much in the way of extra scenes. It just plays through scenes a little bit longer. Also, I forgot to mention another cameo a little bit earlier, that Annie Potts is a receptionist. The original Janine Melnick's a receptionist in a hotel particular scene, which it was good to see her in the movie as well. Would I like to see a sequel to Ghostbusters Answer the Call? After seeing this movie, I think I would, just to see what comes to it and what they can do with a sequel or follow up to this particular film. Another thing that I really liked from this film is the after credit scene where Patty is listening to something on these earphones or headphones, and she says, "Oh, I heard something pretty strange," and the other one says, "Oh, okay, what is it?" And then she says, "Oh, it's really weird." And then she says, "What's Zool?" As in Zool from the 1984 film. And I thought that was a call back to that. and maybe does Zool come into the sequel of Ghostbusters Answer the Call? I like to see Zool return in a sequel of you know, the Ghostbusters all female cast edition. But that's my thoughts on Ghostbusters Answer the Call or Ghostbusters 2016. I do enjoy it more now after seeing it more often, and it's just become a guilty pleasure of mine. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say on this particular film. But this is the steelbook release. There's the spine, and there's the back of it just there, and there's the 2 discs, really cool stuff, and there's a picture of the 4 girls there, really cool stuff. And I thought it was a bit weird in this movie that Slimer actually got a girlfriend, and the voice playing the character of Slimer's girlfriend, or the female version of Slimer, the voice of that character is Robin Shelby, who actually played in the suit on Slimer on Ghostbusters 2, which was good to find out about that. But this is my review and thoughts of the 3rd movie, and this past Sunday I just currently watched Ghost Heads, so next time we're going to be talking about this one. But until then, guys, goodbye and take care for now, guys.